Hello everybody. So this is our continued session of F5 LTM series. So in this session, I'm going to explain like TCPDUMP. Okay, so how TCPDUMP you can use at the times of troubleshootings, and it is very important tools. Even TCPDUMPs run on multiple vendor, even on checkpoint, F5 load balancer, like somehow on Palo Alto. So almost many vendor use with the help of TCPDUMP, we can do troubleshooting on many vendor, I can say in short. So TCPDUMP is one of the important tools, guys. It is very important while troubleshootings, especially if you are the part of operation teams. If you are working in any company and we are the part of operation, so an operation basically operation teams generally work on the troubleshooting parts, not the project part. So let me first explain the topology. Um, okay, so what I will do, let me take the pen and I'm going to tell you guys like how we can do TCP dump and what is the best approach to capture with the help of TCP dump. Okay, so in our lab environment, this is the client. Just consider this is the, we can say like a user who is sitting on the internet, maybe outside. So he is trying to access our, we can say like applications, which is hosted on application server in the company, and that is getting load balance with the help of our A5 load balancer. Okay, so in this scenario, maybe this user is just start complaining, and maybe there is one P1 or P2 incident in your queue, and they are saying application team are saying like, okay, everything good from the application server perspective, kindly check on the F5 load balancers. So in this scenario, guys, we need to do two TCP dump. Okay, capture two TCP dump. First, try to do from the client to the VIP server, virtual IP server. Okay. While doing this, we will get the clarity from the internet from the client to the F5 side. Okay, okay. So if you're doing the TCP dump for these communications, so it will be show the analysis, show the clear things in the TCP dumps from the client till our F5. Okay, like how is the behavior, how the traffic is behaving, like three-way handshake is completed or not. Like we are able to see any push packets on that on TCP dump capture or not, right? Second capture, do SSH of the our F5 load balancer again with the help of PuTTY, and again do the capture from F5 to the backend server. Okay. Um, so while doing this, it will be clear. It will be clear about your communication between F5 to the backend server. Okay. So for example, from these TCP dumps, like client to the F5, we are able to see like three handshake is completed. Um, so we can say that on the call, on the incident, three-way handshake is getting completed. So looking good from the network perspective. And while doing the capture from F5 to the backend server here, maybe you are getting reset from the destination side. Sometimes it's happen. Maybe getting reset from the destination side. At that time, we can tell them like it's getting reset from the destination side. Maybe we check the services on that server. Check the any local firewall kinds of things. Check services enable on the your local local machine, that is application server. Not this is the not we can say like this is not the limited things, guys. There's so many things, but I'm just telling one or two example which I generally face. Okay, let me show the command also, just 1 minute. So this is the command I'm just writing in front of you. So in case of our lab, TCP dump, this is the tool, guys, a space NNI. I'm going to explain I or N meaning also, don't worry about it. TCP dump a space minus NNI, someone called hyphen, any host. This will be our source. Source is like 192.168.2.10, 192.168.2.10, and host. This will be our destinations. And destination will be our virtual server IP 192.168.2.100. I think it's I think virtual server IP is, I think it is 2.200. Okay. So generally this IP is the applications, generally virtual IP, virtual server IP is binded with the actual applications which is hosted behind our load balancer. Okay. So this will be destinations. If you are sure about the port, we can also use the port also. TCP dump space hyphen ni, any host, this is the source, and host, this is the destinations. And even if you are sure about the port, and we can use the port, for example, in our case, 80. So if you're sure about the port, we can use the port also. And we'll do second capture from the F5 to the backend server. Okay. So while doing communication from F5 to the backend server, which IP, it is very, very, very important to understand, guys. Please focus here. While doing capture from F5 to the backend server, which source IP will we take? Is there any netting happening? Is there any SNAT kinds of things we have configured? No. We have considered automap. So in case of automap, guys, it is going to take self IP, or if it is a part of HA, generally maybe it will take floating IP. So it will take self IP, maybe 1.100 as a source, and it is going to communicate with the our backend server, for example, 192.168.1.1. So we are not sure about the source. So in company also, if you're not sure like which source IP it will take while communicating with the backend server, we can keep any TCP dump a space hyphen any, and you're not sure about the source. So just remove the source things. TCP dump a space minus NNI any host, and we can put only destinations. What is the destination? I'm just trying to use 192.1.1, one server, 1.1. Okay. So when you do the capture and when user which is on the call, and if they are trying to initiate the traffic, we will see there like which source IP F5 is taking while communicating with the backend server. Okay. So here it will be clear. So once we do the capture, it will be clear like which source IP that is our F5 load balancer is taking while communicating with the backend server. Okay. And how traffic communication is happening. Accordingly, we can analyze it. Okay. So at the moment, everything is good. Like our server is virtual server is up, and if you go on the pool, and we have the pool green, and we have member like all, I think, let me enable, all three members are green, and let me access our F5 through SSH, and then we'll do capture TCP dump with the help of TCP dump, and then later I will try to disable all three node, and then we'll try to see like how our F5 is behaving. Okay. And I'm also going to show like how we can analyze these things in the Wireshark. So 192.168.137.108. Okay, perfect. So root, and okay, let me increase the size. We'll go on the tmsh and we'll run this command first. Okay. So this command, I'm just trying to explain again, TCP dump a space minus NNI or hyphen NNI. N basically, guys, used to prevent DNS resolution for IP address. Okay. So if you are using N, means it is not going to resolve IP with the host name, domain name, we can say in short. So it will be display the result in IP and we can say like numerical IP address, and which is good for analysis purpose. So that is the reason we use N. TCPDUMP space minus or dash NNI. So N indicate to prevent the DNS resolutions, okay, to any of the host name. So it is going to be display only numerical IP address, and that will be good for the analysis purpose. I basically indicate like any interface. Okay, so the keyword any means that packet will be captured from all available network interface on the systems. So अगर आप I use कर रहे हो TC बटन पर space dash or minus NNI, I indicate for any interface configured on that systems. If you are sure about the interface, if you are specific about the interface, we can use that way also. So this is the command. For example, if you're sure about the interface, TC button per space minus I Ethernet 0. Okay, but here it will take all the interface, as per the need, and it is good things, guys. Just use any so that it will be show the proper things. But if you want to do for a specific interface, that is also fine. Okay, so let me put this command, copy it, and I will take duplicate session. And we'll do one capture from the F5 to the backend server. Okay, F5 to the backend server. We are not about which source you're taking, so I'm just putting only destination here. And let me try to initiate the traffic. So we need to log into the client PC. Okay, so let me share the traffic, guys. HTTP admin password. I'm putting 123. This is our password. Okay, so we have initiated the traffic. Okay, so while communicating with the backend server, if you see in the TCP dump here, while communicating with the backend server, it's using in source as 192.168.1.100. That is this interface means self IP. It is taking self IP because we are not configure any SNet at the moment, and then it is communicating with the backend server. That is 1.1. This is our server one with the port 80. Okay, one port 80, and we are able to see like three bands are completed and thin packet. Thin is the good way to terminate the connections. So if you are able to see these types of captures with the help of TCP dumps, means everything looking good from the network's perspective. Okay. I wanted to see like why it is not showing here, because it should show here also. Just 1 minute. I think okay. Putty is not active. Let me restart the session. TMSH. And I'm just putting this command TCPDUMP space -nni host 2.10 and host, and I'm trying to use port 80. Let me remove the port here. And let me cross check the virtual server IP. So our IP is virtual server IP is 192. 192 is 2.200. And what we are using? 2.200, that is fine. And what is the source IP? Source IP is 2.10, that is fine. And let me try to initiate the traffic again, and then we'll see the behavior. So now that's looking good. Okay, okay, perfect. So I have initiated so many traffic, guys. So see, at the moment, when we did the capture from the front end side, like client to the virtual server on our F5 load balancer with the help of TCP dumps, I can see like this is our scene. S dot means S is like you. This is your scene packet. S dot means scene ACK. Then ACK. So three hands is completed, and after that we are able to see push packets. So push is the good way. If you are able to see push is the basically flags in TCP. It's basically used to get the data transfer in between source and destinations as fast as possible. So um, push is the good way. If you're able to see push packet in your TCP dumps, means data is getting transferred in between source and destinations. Okay, so if you are not sure about the flags, I will suggest to watch my TCP video, which I have uploaded, and I will explain in depth, guys. Okay. So if you are able to see these types of packets, guys, like so this is our scene, let me explain again. So this is our scene packet, and scene s dot means scene ACK, then ACK. So three bands are completed, and then push packet is started. So push, basically I just mentioned like if you're able to see push means data is getting exchanged between source and destinations. And then we are able to see like fin also means fin is a good way to terminate the connection. So fin basically the flags, TCP flags, it is used to terminate the connection between client and server. So this is the fin is a good way to terminate the connections. So on the basis of these logs, guys, if you are able to see these types of logs with the help of TCP dumps, we can definitely tell them on the call like connectivity from network perspective is looking good. Okay, even from our both TCP dump capture, like from client to the F5 and then from F5 to the backend server. So both are looking good here. Okay, let me just down the pool members. Okay, so this is our pool, guys, and I'm just trying to go on the member, and I'm just going to disable it. Okay, I'm just going to disable it. Okay, and then we'll try to initiate it traffic, and then I'm not able to access. That is fine, that is expected because I have disabled the all the pool members. So let me just again reconnect it, restart it. So root. Okay, so this is how we can troubleshoot, guys, and do some deep dive um, you know uh, in your company also. So the process is same. We need to do the via same way. Okay, so I'm just trying to copy it, and because I have done down all the pool members. So let's see how it is behaving from client to the F5 side. Okay, see, see, guys. So what we are able to see, if you see here, just 1 minute, let me explain from the top. Yeah. So scene, and then we are able to say scene act, and then acknowledgement is happening means the like three hands is completed. This is the push packets, and somehow we are able to getting reset from the destination side. We can say like, and which is expected things because data will not get because our pool member is down. So mostly we are able to some push packet and resets So push packet we can ignore at the moment because F5 store our browser store cache related things also. So maybe whatever things you are requesting and that is available in the cache, so that result we are getting and maybe it is showing push. Okay, but somehow you are able to see reset. And if we see the second packet here, like from the F5 to the backend server, let me just uh, restart this session. Just 1 minute. Restart these sessions. We need to go on the TMSH, and I'm just trying to do this and trying to install traffic. So let me try to initiate from the another browser so that we can observe the behavior. Just one. So when we are doing from the F5 to the backend server, this is the destinations like this is our server number one, and somehow you are able to see fin also. So generally it should not like that maybe it's happening because of cache things which I am suspecting. So you know it will be little bit different in production scenario, guys, because in production scenario we have multiple things, multiple client who is trying to access that application which hosted behind our F5, and multiple application server hosted behind our load balancers. So maybe we can see little bit different behavior, but this is the process. This is how we can analyze the traffic with the help of TCP DOMs. Somehow finish getting finish basically good way to terminate the connections. So let me just stop this, and I'm last things I'm going to show like how we can do this in the Wireshark, guys. Let me enable it. And for doing analysis in Wireshark, just we need to do like let me run the same command, and we need to run one extra command like w is for write for save, we can say like TCPDUMP space dash or minus NNI, any host that is source and host that is your destinations, and dash we can say, or maybe let me just restart it. Maybe I don't know why it is frequently disconnecting. Ex- uh, Okay, so what is the command to analyze this packet in the Wireshark, guys? So TCP space minus or dash NNI, any host, this is your source, this is destinations, and a space dash W, or we can say minus, someone called minus, someone called dash. I generally remember as minus also. It's up to you guys. And this is W is used for the sib, like sib the command where. Then we need to give the paths. For example, I'm putting var log, and then we need to give the name and maybe a client side, because we are doing this capture from client to the F5 side. So I'm putting client dot pcap. So we need to give extension, guys, dot pcap. Okay. So let me explain this command. So TCP dump a space minus NNI, any host. This is your source, this is your destination, a space minus, or we can say dash W for writing purpose, and write this capture whatever we are doing in this path slash var slash log with the help of name like client.pcap, with the help of name like client.pcap. Okay, and then hit enter, and then try to initiate the traffic again. Okay, and let me put the password admin, and here we can put like 123. Perfect. Okay, so how many captures, guys? Okay, so we have uh, done the captures. Let me insert some more traffic. Okay, so that's it. Now I'm closing the capture, and then we need to go on the WinSCP, guys. WinSCP should be installed in your machine, maybe your jump server in your company, and we need to go on the WinSCP. Guys, if you are facing any issue, wherever you are stuck, please comments and I will try to respond. I will try to answer. अगर आपको कहीं भी समझ में नहीं आ रहा है तो okay. It's very very simple and very very important. So 192.168.138. So हमारा जो F5 का IP है that is 192.168.137.108 है, and then username this will be our root one, and this is the password, guys. Okay, guys. So now I'm able to log in through WinSCP in our F5, and then we need to go on the paths, guys. Like we have saved that pcap file in /var and /log directory. So we need to go on the var, then log, and in this I have no give the name like just 1 minute client.pcap something client. Yeah, so this is the client.pk which we have captured right now, and then I'm putting this in our desktop maybe, or maybe download sections, and I'm just dragging here in download, and then we need to come your laptop, your personal laptop, guys. And if you go on the download, and then I think this is 25 26, yeah, yeah, yeah. So when it then we can open this in your Wireshark. Okay. So then we can if then we can filter as per the requirement. So see here like this is our source IP 192.162.10. This is our client which is seated somewhere on the internet, and this is trying to access our virtual server IP 192.168.2.200, and so it's setting the port 80, and this is the like scene packet, scene hacking after scene, 3 bands is happening properly, like scene second packet is CNAC, then AX with 3 band is completed. We are able to also see push packets, pin. So according to this packet captures, everything looking good. So sometimes what happen in the company, guys, they blaming related to latency. So by latency, we need to observe the time frame, guys. Like if source is sending reply to the destination, how much time destination is taking to get a response back to the source. सो उस पर हम एक सेपरेट सेशन बनाएंगे क्योंकि दिस सेशन विल बी लॉन्ग हो जाएगा. सो आई विल स्टॉप दिस सेशन ईयर ओनली, एंड नेक्स्ट सेशन में हम क्या करेंगे कि लैटेंसी के केस में हम कैसे टाइम फ्रेम को ऑब्जर्व करते हैं. और मे बी ये हमारे सीरीज जो चल रहा है फैकल्टी के उस बीच में मैं कभी भी एक वीडियो अपलोड करके लेटेंसी के केस में हम टाइम फ्रेम को कैसे एनालाइज करते हैं कि अगर हमारा फॉर एग्जांपल डेल्टा टाइम है, सोर्स इज सेंडिंग, सो डेस्टिनेशन इज ओनली टेकिंग इवन we can say like seconds, we can say like source, this is source 2.10, and its time is like delta time 0.0 or something. So I'm going to explain the timing frame also in like in our later upcoming series. इसी में हम कभी एक वीडियो बनाकर डाल देंगे कि टाइम फ्रेम के क्या है, किसको हम विच विल बी द मिनट एंड देन मिली सेकेंड, माइक्रो सेकेंड्स. सो अभी जो रिस्पॉन्स आ रहा है वेरी वेरी मतलब माइक्रो सेकंड में आ रहा है. इन शॉर्ट आई कैन टेल it is not taking much time to send back from destination to source. So is packet captures basis पर everything looking good. So this is about the TCP dumps and how we can do capture and analyze even in Wireshark. So I hope this session is informative and knowledgeable for everybody. So if you like my efforts, please share, subscribe my channel as much as possible. Share this video to the people who is searching good content in free. And thanks for your time, and thanks for watching. Let's meet on next session, guys.